Recently, our country has been horrified by the phenomenon of body shaming in social media. Even though this has happened previously, but now, many of the victims has took serious action to respond to this situation. The most factors affecting body shaming, such as influence by someone's peers and friends, someone's jealousy, imbalanced states of mind, and seeking for someone's attention. In most cases, social media such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is a place people make fun for everyone. Studies shows the exposure of body shaming triggers psychological and behavioral changes such as loss of confidence, eating disorder, stress, depressions, and having a suicidal thought. Furthermore, despite the factors and effects, this video also aims to assess the body shaming in social media phenomenon and the solutions how to overcome body shaming, such as enhancing social media literacy, individual counseling or therapy, creating an inner supporter, or learn to thank your body.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. So today our group will be presenting about the harmful of social media towards body shaming. So as we all know, body shaming issue is a very, very sensitive issue nowadays, and a lot of people has taken it quite lightly. Social media can also be one of a special tool if we know how to use it wisely, and if we know the direction of how to use it in a very effective way. But most of us also aren't aware of the harmful of the social media if we use it in the wrong way, such as leaving hatred comments or like just simply criticizing someone's look or appearances through what they portray in their social media platforms. So this kind of media contents that is pro-anorexia, pro-bulimia, fat or thin shaming, such organizations or social media platforms that has that kind of content should be reduced. And we also have hotlines on organization to actually reduce the usage and how they spread their contents more widely to the audiences and to the public. It is not relevant anymore to be happening nowadays. So most commonly, celebrities and athletes are coming forward and speaking out about their personal experiences when they get body shamed. Like, people usually thought they need to always keep fit, but then they're just like a normal human beings, and then they usually get criticizes by not keeping their body fit. So they usually spread the awareness and then encourage people to not be ashamed of whatever your skin are, and then whatever size you're in. So we need more this kind of this type of awareness, so that people will not be people will not receive such thing as disorders, eating disorders, since body shaming will actually lead to a very negative effect, such as eating disorders, and then a very stressful mindset, and then some people will actually suicide, because the impact is very, very huge, because not everyone can actually take it the same way. So I think it is very important for us to encourage people and to reduce body shaming issue through social media to not get even worse. So we will explain more about the factors and the effects of body shaming through social media in our video. It is not very surprising if body shaming actually an issue that is never ending, since everyone then engage with social medias and everyone is very eager to use their social media platforms, especially those without less of knowledge and awareness. So for the first of the most factors of body shaming that we found out is the sitcoms. So sitcoms usually shows and like some kind of jokes for people with big size of body, with darker skin, some people with more less attraction kind of features in their face, So like these kind of things actually really triggering some people, and that is somehow will triggering the idea of beauty among societies. So somehow the messages from the media is actually really important to ensure the societies has a better idea of beauty and how they define the beauty. And next, the other factor is also people often comparing their looks with other people as what they portray to the social media platforms. So some people will Photoshop their picture, or maybe like some people could afford expensive skincares, like just to achieve some glowy skin, and some people are not. So sometimes they talk like with the praises and the compliments by their friends, by strangers, actually enough to define them as a symbol of beauty. But actually that is totally wrong, where we think that if a person compare themselves with other people, and that will eventually lead them to less of confidence in themselves, which is actually not healthy for even their mindset. So when there are lack of confidence, it will somehow lead to body dissatisfaction, depression, anxiety, and eating disorder attitudes and behaviors. And this will end up with negative thoughts. So negative thoughts is somehow grow day by day when we keep feeding ourselves, when we keep feeding our thoughts with negative things, such as the insecurities, such as when we keep thinking about not good enough, when we keep thinking that we are not good enough, we don't have a good skin, or maybe we are not tall enough, not slim enough. So when we keep feeding ourselves, feeding our thoughts with negativities, somehow we will own that negative thoughts in ourselves, which is actually not safe as a human being. Next, the factor is peers. So how we found out that peers also one of the factor of body shaming is because their messages to other people is actually matters the most. Why? Because we usually spend our time at school, at universities, at works with our friends, right? With the people that we know. So we are most likely to get advices from them. So whatever they told us is actually what matters the most. So somehow peers could also be one of the factor if they don't feed us with positive stuff. So if they keep telling you like, hey, you need to like change your hair color, you look bad in that, for example, that is actually body shaming, even directly or indirectly through social medias. And some peers actually don't want to see you grow, and they just don't want to see you better than them. So some of them could be toxic to you. So you should stop seeking the courage from them and start to seek from others, as you see that they couldn't help you much with self-development. And last but not least is the attention. Attention is the most critical factor of body shaming, because some people is just do it for fun. I mean, they just leave the negative comments, and then they just judge people, criticizes people, just so that they can gain some recognition from others, and they can gain more followers, they can gain more likers and stuff like that. So usually this kind of thing is quite immature and childish, but yeah, sadly it's actually really happening in our societies. And I think that is all for the factors. And that's moving on for the effects of body shaming. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Malissa Farhana, and I'm going to present about the effect of body shaming in social media. First of all, body shaming may happen because of several reasons, and while the reasons may vary, the effect of the body shaming remain the same. Today, teenage girls around the world were overwhelmed with the idea to get a perfect body image. While in Malaysia, body shaming is considered as a form of cyberbullying. Ministry of Health in 2019 declared that The victim can report an offence to the police or to the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commissions. An offence count under this section refers to any comment, request, suggestion, communication that is obscene, indecent, false, or offensive, made for the purpose of annoying, abusing, threatening, or harassing a person online. The punishment involves being subjected to a fine up to 50,000 ringgit or a maximum 1-year jail term or both, not to mention an additional 1,000 ringgit for every day the offence is continued after conviction. According to the 2017 Daud Girls Beauty and Confidence Report, over half of the girls in this world does not have high body esteem because they do not feel positive about the way they look, and they avoiding social situations and also extracurricular activities, and 7 in 10 of them also restricted calories and putting themselves at a risk of further eating disorder. Additionally, 69% of women and 65% of girls state that pressure from the advertising and mass media pushes them to reach an unrealistic standard of beauty. Nevertheless, body shaming can also lead to eating disorder. Body shaming has been reported to lead to eating disorders such as anorexia, where a person starves obsessively to lose weight if they are too fat, or bulimia. For the opposite, is a state where they eat like normal, but then after they eating, they force themselves to throw up everything they eat. And the person who suffers from anorexia can get a dehydration, constipation, and also irregular menstrual cycle. And bulimia is also reported to lead to the similar effects. Body shaming can lead to mental health issue. This is serious, where it may lead to anxiety, depression, social isolation, where people with anxiety lead to overthinking everything to the extent that they suffer from the panic attacks and also depression. Last but not least, studies show that weight discrimination is linked to an increased risk of depression. Numerous studies has indicated that depression is common for people who are obese, and especially those who are extremely obese. Depression is one of the top causes for increased suicide risk, and in a study of 2,436 people, where people with severe obesity were associated with a 21 times greater risk of suicidal behavior and 12 times greater risk of attempted suicide in their life. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Natasha, and I'm going to present the solutions when you are dealing with body shaming in social media platform. Social media is an astonishing platform to connect with people worldwide. We can widely share experiences and opinions and also express ideas. But it do have a dark side too for body image, which demands a mindful approach to counteract. Most of us are prone to body shaming on social media platform, which is a widespread phenomenon of receiving cruel feedback when our bodies don't match the unrealistic beauty standards set by the society in today's time. Social media significantly continue to play a crucial role in molding the life of adolescents, girls, and also young women. It negatively affects the body image and reinforces the fallacious belief of how we need to look, that we as an individual must predominantly validate and perpetuate upon. This is happened because people get trapped in the vicious world when they await desperately and anxiously for the likes and comments. They spend a great deal of time to conceptualize the sequence of next selfie opportunity and planning for the right post capture. If they don't get the desired feedback, they become very conscious and heavily concerned about their body image, which then sometimes can be difficult for them overcoming the immense shames and secrecy that often accompanies some of the several effects. So, a few ways how to overcome this body shaming in social media is: number 1, enhancing social media literacy. This is not only includes a clear comprehension and decoding of the message behind commercial media advertising seen on social networking site, but it also highly focuses on the way people convey their idea on social media platform. Enhancing social media literacy through school programs or some social media campaign is likely to have a safeguard effect in regards to body shaming in body image in social media platform. For example, there are few hashtags that exist across all platforms that aims to promote and celebrate the shape and size of all people. Okay, number 2, go to individual counseling and therapy. Individual counseling and therapy is like a professional relationship between a client and a counselor or a therapist, where the client is supported in addressing mental health or emotional distress that is negatively impacting their personal or professional life. This individual counseling or therapy can also help those who keep themselves buried in the muck of their mind and are consumed with thought or physical loss. Several sessions of therapies could help people to continue to observe compassion, empathy, and self-acceptance in their mind. People can often approach to CBT, which is the cognitive behavioral therapy, is the cutting-edge treatment for the most psychological disorder. Despite of focusing on early developmental history and associate, this cognitive behavioral therapy targets directly on the problems that are occurring in the current scenario in social media platform. Number 3, create an inner supporter. Once you are aware of your critical thought or how deeply you're harming yourself with them, you might want to stop doing this to yourself. One way to stop this body shaming is to create an inner supportive part of yourself to step in when our inner bully is trying to steal the show. It is not so easy to love your body without discovering self-love in today's stereotype society, but it can take a lot of effort to get there. There are many challenges to face if only focus on outward changes that what the world needs before one's feel compassion, acceptance, immense love for their body. But it really takes courage to go beyond what the world needs and pay attention to our inner needs and discover the creative side, because no matter what happens, no matter what the world tells you, great ideas to change the world come from those who embrace the inner beauty of themselves. So that's all from me. Thank you. As for the conclusion, we as humans should not be body shaming. We should be motivating, supporting, and encouraging each other, especially teenagers. Teenagers need to learn how to interact and communicate with one another in a way that is not aggressive or bullying. They should always set a good example by not commenting negatively on other people's body, instead focus on their inner qualities until everyone realizes that body shaming will not continue to be an issue anymore. This issue that will not be solved unless everyone learn how to accept their own body, and until magazine quit perpetuating this myth of a perfect body. So last but not least, it is not so easy to love our body without discovering self-love. And last but not least, everyone is born into the body without a choice. And if someone is healthy, then it should not matter what they look like to anyone but on their own. So take care of your body. Have a nice day.